So let's dive into Facebook ads. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is I always get a question of boost versus a normal Facebook ad. And the answer is there's, they're fairly similar. However, with a boost, because when you're on your page here and I'm not sure because this is one I use for trainings. It's not going to show, but typically here or create ad, or it'll say boost after you actually create a post. And they're virtually the same. The only difference is you get more targeting features when you actually go in and create the ad as opposed to boost. Now, because we're in real estate, we're kind of quite limited in our target marketing anyways. So, if you're going to do a boost, that's okay. The biggest thing is geographic location. That's really what we can target on with Facebook ads today. Now, I've talked about it before. I don't know if everyone remembers, but back probably a couple years ago, probably 4 years ago now, maybe, Mark Zuckerberg had to go to Congress. He sat in Congress. There's a whole thing about, the ads and target marketing. And especially for like the housing industry and lending industry and all that stuff, you could target, before all the changes happened, based on familiar status, income, demographics that we as agents aren't supposed to be targeting. So they went in and redesigned it and kind of made it to where we can basically only target geographic location now, which is fine. That is ideal for us in our situation. And also, whether you're going to target feeder markets or the local market here, which is really kind of what we're going to look at today, is kind of crucial. Now, they did take away even zip code from our target marketing. So it has to span out. I think the lowest we can go is 15 miles out of a radius. So we'll take a look at that when we actually dive in. But again, the biggest difference between boost and a regular ad that you're going to create is simply just some additional targeting demographics and things like that, which we don't have access to anyways. And I'll show you that when we actually start creating the ad. But why do ads actually benefit us, right? Why would we want to create ads? Well, another question I always get is, should I have a personal Facebook page or a business page? And the answer is you have to have both, really, essentially. So even if you don't necessarily constantly post to your business page because the engagement rate is so low, and I'll talk more about that, it's 2 to 4%. Okay, so your engagement rate on business pages are about 2 to 4%. Some, and we're going to take a look at Nike's, get a little bit more, but it's Nike, right? So they get a little bit more push and they get a little bit more engagement in their audience and things like that. But business pages in general, for an organic post, meaning I'm just going to come here and I'm going to create a post and say, my new listing or open house this weekend or whatever it is, right? Those posts typically will get 2 to 4% engagement and reach, okay? Now, when we look at our personal Facebook page, typically we get a higher engagement rate because that's just how the algorithm works, all right? Now, if you've heard of Facebook groups actually get the most reach and most engagement. And the reason being is groups is one of Facebook's focused projects. It's one of its main components of the platform to keep people engaged and to really build a community. So if you've ever thought about creating a Facebook group as a real estate agent, it'd be great to create one for your specific community or niche. Maybe you sell exclusively in Gilbert, or maybe you create one specifically for a subdivision that has a high turnover rate, that you sell a lot in, that you live in, something like that, and you're building a community that way. But Facebook groups across the board always get more engagement. It's in the 90s, like 90% and higher. Like that's how much reach and engagement they get because Facebook wants to build that community. Facebook pages, business pages, 2 to 4% is your reach. Okay. Now, how do you combat that? Is through Facebook ads, right? How do you get your reach out there more? How do you get your brand awareness out there more in your specific community? Okay, that is going to be through paid advertising. right? Or target marketing in that respect. Now, I'll show you an example. So I have Nike pulled up here. I talked about Nike. So we would think, right? 36 million people like this page, right? 36 million people like this page. Yet 36,000 have engaged. Okay. So a much lower percent of what you would think it'd be a lot more. Now, obviously, I would take 36,000 all day long, but we'd have to have so many followers that it would take a long time, right? So Target, for example, has 23 million likes, 471. Okay. So it's not like these big brands have a secret or anything. It's the algorithm. It's just how it works. Business pages get 2 to 4% engagement, just like down here, right? 2.5, 2.5, right? So if I keep scrolling, 309. Okay, a page that has 23 million likes, still only getting 309, right? So it's not you as an agent. When you post on your business page, don't think, wow, I have 500 followers and I get 2 likes or 1 like. It's not anything necessarily that you're doing. It's just how the algorithm has been built. And sometimes we feel like it's been built against us. But I just wanted to give you guys some perspective on what that looks like. Even these large brands have these business pages with a huge following, yet their engagement or reach is very small compared to that number. Okay. So that's why ads benefit. That's why you can leverage Facebook ads to increase your brand awareness in your specific area or market that you're actually working in. Okay. So those are the 2 examples I wanted to show you. And also, I want you guys to think of Facebook ads or digital advertising as digital farming. Real quick in the chat box, who's done farming? Physical farming, traditional farming. You sent a postcard, you sent a letter. Almost probably everyone has actually heard of it or they've tried farming there, right? Jen's done some farming. Lisa's farmed, okay? So I want you to think as Facebook ads or digital advertising as digital farming. So instead of physically sending a postcard, you're constantly showing up on their phone. You're constantly showing up in their feed by scrolling, and it may be make more economic sense for digital farming compared to traditional farming. And that's just because, right, this is like our life. We're on this all the time. The data tells us that, all that good stuff. So you may be able to not necessarily completely replace your traditional farming, but maybe it's layered marketing. So maybe if you're farming and you're sending a piece out, let's say once a month, okay, we're going to be very conservative, once a month. And in addition to that, you're running Facebook ads targeting that specific area. Now, remember, you can't get so specific in an actual zip code anymore or anything like that, but you can encompass an area. I think the smallest is 15 miles. We'll take a look when we jump in, but you can encompass the area so that when your digital farming is layered on top of your physical farming, not only are they seeing you in your mailbox, but now they're also seeing you on their phone, right? You're increasing that brand awareness. What do we hear all the time? You have to stay in front of people. You have to stay in front of your past clients. You have to stay in front of prospects. You have to stay in front of those in the community that you actually want to work and sell in. And this is one of the most cost-effective ways to be able to do that and really continuously stay in front of them. So I want you guys to think of Facebook ads as leveraging them in the respect of digital farming. Okay, and you got to add it to your marketing budget. You got to figure out whatever that is. They're relatively expensive. I mean, you can start with $5 a day or even less or whatever you can fit in that budget. The other thing I wanted to bring to attention is when you're creating posts, normal posts, we're not advertising or anything, you're going to your Facebook, you just had a closing and you're creating a post, or you're posting about a new listing that you just got, or you just are posting about your new blog, right? Because we're linking out. Be conscious of that because the goal of not just Facebook, but all of these social media platforms is to keep their users on that platform as long as possible. So when you go in and start putting links into these posts, get your home valuation today, right? Or check out this property, or check out whatever it may be, and you're adding links into that, your 2 to 4% virtually went to 1% or less, okay? Because Facebook is penalizing us when we put links in our post, because now we're driving traffic away from the platform. That is for an organic post. Now, when we create an ad, it's different because we're paying money. It's going to go where we want it to go, right? The algorithm isn't necessarily going to penalize us for that because we're paying for the ad. It's the organic post that we are adding in here, a link, driving traffic away from the platform, and then we get penalized for that. So your reach becomes even less than what the average is. Okay, and that's just not Facebook. That's why TikTok, I still don't think they allow you to have a link in your description in there. But Instagram, all these different platforms, when you're adding links to link out and drive traffic away from the platform, that will get a penalization. Damien asks, is it best to post on business page or share on regular page? It depends on what the objective is. Now, if you're going to post on your business page and then boost it or run an ad around that post, then of course you have to use your business page, because you have to have a business page in order to run advertising. Now, where would I post it? I would post it on my personal page and in a group. Those would be the two. Not saying that I'm never going to post to my business page. I'm still going to post to my business page, but by far you will get more engagement on your personal page or a group. Okay, but we have to have a business page because, one, it makes us more legit, it helps our SEO, and we can run advertising or paid ads through that there. But the first place that I would post that, Damien, is a personal page. Okay, it's interesting, right? Test it out. If you have a business page and a personal page, post it on the same exact post, the same exact copy. Post it on your business page, post on your personal page, see which one gets engagement. I'd put money on your personal page. Hopefully that helps. All right, let's see what else I got here. Yeah, so the biggest thing or update I wanted to put on there is be cautious. Not that you should never post a link in a post. Just know that it will more than likely wager a lower engagement or a lower reach to your audience. Okay. All right, and then I talked about some templates in here. So I went through, we have these Facebook ad templates. There's several different ways that you can do it. Today, I'm talking a lot about awareness. We're not necessarily, some of these, just like this property valuation, we're going to drive traffic to what I'm going to show you is HomeBot, because I like them as a landing page for property valuation. But we're going to talk a lot about brand awareness, right? We need to get ourselves out there as agents, our business, our brand in front of more people on the regular. So if you're planning on targeting a certain subdivision or a certain area or city or wherever that may be, it's a great idea to not only maybe you're doing open houses in that area, or you're door knocking, or you're farming and you're sending physical pieces, but it's a great idea to also layer that with digital, because now they're constantly seeing you. It's a lot more cost effective. You can get a lot more bang for your buck with Facebook ads, and it's more efficient. You can easily run multiple ads at a time. You can swap out the ads, see which ones work better. And that way, when you end up going to your listing appointment or you're meeting buyers in a specific area, or whoever it may be, a prospect in that specific area that you've been advertising in, they're going to already know who you are based just on these ads and value that you're giving. So it's not necessarily just driving traffic for a property valuation or to search for homes, but maybe it's you're advertising your latest blog for the local market there, or the latest market updates, or again, a neighborhood guide or business updates or anything like that in that specific area. Maybe it's an update about a school, right? you're advertising these specific area. So over time, you're building that relationship for you. These people know you before you even know them. That way, when you go to a listing appointment or meet with them, they're already aware of the value that you are bringing. Damien, do you mean like platform? Damien asked, what is the best social media to push people down the funnel past awareness? And it's probably going to be, I would probably have you start with Facebook ads. I'd probably have you start there. And then I would move, I'd probably put Facebook and Instagram together, because when we create a Facebook ad, we can advertise on both platforms. So those are really the two that I would start with. And then I would move on to YouTube, right? For consideration and conversion, I would go on to YouTube. I would absolutely go on to video, right? David, I'm not sure if you've been in some of our video trainings, but video is by far huge for consideration conversions and just for consumer consumption. Like, it's insane. So 51%, this is a stat from NAR. You guys have heard me say this before. 51% of buyers choose YouTube as their number-one research platform. Okay, and it's only because that's what we're consuming. We're consuming video content at an enormous level. So if you guys are not creating video content, it's time to start. You've got to start to do it. There's ways you can do it without even being in the video if you don't want to do that way. But Damien, to answer your question, I would, for consideration conversion, I would definitely jump into video advertising with YouTube. I've talked about agents before on there, but that is their number one source of listing leads. Through video. So, and you could do video ads through Facebook as well. I'll show you guys that. I've done that on previous ones as well. But video content is huge. Good questions. But these Facebook ad templates, these are just static image ad templates. I will share with you guys here real quick. Template link. Okay. Let me come in here. I'm going to paste this in here. All right, and you guys can see that. Just put that in the chat box. So let's jump into Facebook, right? I told you guys we're going to keep it simple. We're going to go through and actually create an ad. So let me go back home here. What's the easiest way we get there, right? Facebook.com. Notice that the new version of our platform, if you haven't gone toggled back and forth from your personal to your business page, is, let me go to my personal, okay, up here in the right corner. You're just going to switch back to your business page, right? We know this business page, you can switch over there, or you can see all your profiles and click on your actual business page. All right, so I'm going to go into my business page. It's going to swap me in here. From here on the left-hand side, the other thing is I'd recommend doing any type of digital advertising on a desktop. Okay, it's a little bit more difficult on your phone, so I would always recommend doing it on a desktop. But you would click Ad Center on the left-hand side. I'm going to go down here, click Ads, and I'm going to click Create New Ad. Okay, Create New Ad. And from here, we have all of our ad creative on the left-hand side, meaning all the text that we can have in there, images, our targeting, everything we're going to go through today, okay? And then on the right side, we have our ad preview, which we'll take a look at. We have our ad preview, and then our estimated daily results and payment and all that stuff, okay? So we're going to start on the left-hand side. Goal, okay? Let's talk about the goal. What results would you like from this ad, okay? Automatic. Facebook is going to automatically decide which goal is going to be best, right? Is it calls, website visitors? I tend to like to have a little bit more control on it. So I'm typically going to get more website visitors, because today's example, we're doing a property valuation, okay? So I'm going to do website visitors. And this is great for brand awareness as well, okay? Because we're talking a lot about brand awareness today. So it's not just property valuation. Maybe it's linking to your site on a new blog article. We virtually have unlimited blogs that we can add to our site. For example, I'm just going to go to this site. You can go to, obviously the blogs on your website. If you're not creating blog content, there is zero excuse. We have ChatGPT, zero excuse. Let me come over here. I'm going to click on blog. I just want to show you guys all these blogs This goes hand in hand with creating brand awareness, right? Because you're giving information, you're building reputation, you're building trust with a specific area that you want to target or work in. So I've used all these blogs have been created by ChatGPT. Okay. For instance, it's interesting because we have a lot of celebrities that actually own property here in Arizona. So this was just an informative blog. Okay. So it goes through, talks about all the different celebrities there that own real estate. Termites, battling termites in Arizona housing market. I know we have some Vegas on the call too. It's relevant for both. Okay. Gives them more information. Keeps them informed. It's high value. Why is a home warranty important? One of my favorites is property taxes. Both Phoenix and Vegas Arizona and Nevada are awesome for property taxes, right? Especially those that are moving from California to our markets. It's a huge difference. So what's more information that they could get, right? When's the installments due? This 100% was created with ChatGPT in a matter of seconds. Everything's accurate. I went through and double checked. Everything's accurate. Okay. So in awareness, when we're creating content to drive more website visitors, to give them value, drive them to a new blog post that you guys created, something like that, right? It doesn't just have to be a property valuation. You have to build trust with your audience. So I'm going to go and choose get more website visitors. Next one is ad creative. We're going to come back to that in a second. We're going to focus kind of more on the media part. You can have up to 10 images in there. We're just going to do one today. And we're going to use one of our examples over here in our Facebook ad templates. So here we have a property valuation, buyer guide. Have ChatGPT create you a buy guide specifically for Phoenix, specifically for Prescott, specifically for Nevada, right? Wherever your market is that you're selling in, be specific so that it includes cities, school information, all that kind of stuff, right? You can go in and have it create a buyer guide. Ready to start your home search. Maybe that goes to a property search. This is the one that we're going to use today. I like the visual. You can swap out the images in the back. Guys, remember, these are fully customizable and editable, so you can change anything that you want. Property market analysis, why you need a real estate agent. Maybe you're going to boost or advertise a just listed home in a specific area. So maybe you just got a listing in your farm, right? Double down on that. When you guys actually get a deal in your farm or area that you want to work, or maybe it's not necessarily a farm, it's a referral outside of your farm, but you want to make sure that you bring your awareness and presence to that area so you can advertise a just listed, a sold, home buyer guide again, maybe a client review. Again, we're building trust. We're building trust. So maybe you're going to advertise a review. The more you stay in front of people, the more they're going to remember you. They're going to reach out. 10 things to do when selling a home. This would be a great blog article, right? Of course, call me. I'll handle the other 9. But in the ad creative, maybe that links to a blog article on your site that you had created in ChatGPT. Just to show you guys how quickly and easy it is. Let's do it. Why not? My session's expired. Oh gosh. Please save my, there we go. New chat. Okay. 3.5 still free. If you upgrade for $20 a month, you get GPT-4. They're virtually the free version is sufficient for what you guys need, right? But if you want to upgrade, you can. I'm gonna do this. Write a blog article for my real estate website on the. I'm gonna be specific to area. And I'm just gonna use Phoenix as an example. Arizona. Can't see with the screen there. Phoenix, Arizona. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna do. All right, I'm just gonna go through and create a blog article for me. And then I'm gonna have to do is copy and paste. Okay, so if you decide to run an ad like this, right, it links to something valuable, and all you have to do is copy and paste this. Top things to do when selling a home: understand the local market, choose the right real estate agent, huge, promote yourself in that, price your home correctly, prepare it right, things that we see. All right, and then once it goes through, pre-inspection is huge. How many people have an actual pre-inspection sheet that you give to your clients? Maybe it shows you the top 5 things that come up on an inspection, right? That's huge. Maybe that's something, maybe that's an ad, right? Top 5 things to be aware of in an inspection or that come up during an inspection that you need to know, right? You can see here, it's all just about done. And then you're going to just copy, paste on our site, and now you have a new blog that you can run an ad for. Okay. Again, we did that in a matter of seconds. There's no reason why you don't have a new blog article on your website at least once a week. SEO still matters. We have a market update, of course, ad that you can run. Think about selling, investing, why it's important. Another home selling guide that they can download. Some more market stat updates. Stop scrolling and start your search. All right. Ready to find your dream home. Maybe you're running these in a feeder market. Okay, maybe California, Washington, right? Places that are moving to Arizona. Maybe you're running something in a feeder market, all that good stuff. But let's focus on the property valuation one. Nope, where are we at? There it is. All right, I gotta remember this, page 4. All right, so curious how much your home may be worth. Get your free market home market analysis. Talks about all that. Obviously, swap out your photos, all that good stuff. ABC brokerage, whatever your brokerage is, you can add it here. Their logos, right? I did go in and add the equal housing, MLS, all that good stuff in here on each one for you guys, but any team logo, any other requirements that are required in your specific market or in your team agreement, make sure you add to these as well. Once you're good with that, I'm going to save it, click on share, go down to download, and I'm going to change this to 4. Done. Not sure why it's doing that. I'm going to do PNG. PNG is the best for digital. Okay, I'm doing current page 4. Download. I'm just going to download to my computer. Okay, now we're going to jump into our ad. Okay, we're going to focus on our media first. I'm going to select media. Defaults to whatever has, you know, if you have a banner image on your Facebook page, your profile picture, anything like that, it'll default to that. But I'm going to go to upload. And I'm going to click on that download from Canva. Okay. And then down here, notice how it says 2 out of 5. I'm going to deselect that one. They actually change it so that you can have 5. Okay. Videos or images. It could be a carousel, but we're going to stick with the 1. All right. I'm going to click select. Okay, that's going to update here shortly. And then I'm going to come over here and we're going to add in some description. Now, data and being specific is critical, okay? Makes it super local. So if you've been on some of the calls before, I've talked about putting in, you know, what has sold in the last 30 days. So if I do flexmls.com, let's go to login. I'm going to get very specific to maybe, I guess we could do city. Maybe you already get stats for a certain area, but I'm going to do closed. And I'm going to kind of focus on a city. Now, remember, you cannot target zip code anymore. So you can put zip code stats in it. In that area that you do, that zip code is going to see it, but people outside of that zip code will see it as well. So I'm going to go and close, select date range. Just for the sake of training, I'm going to go 30 days back instead of actual dates. And then we're going to do city. I'm going to do Gilbert just to break it down a little bit more. We have 304. Now from here, I'm going to go into CMA, and your MLS may be slightly different, but I'm going to go into CMA. And now I have these stats. So we know that 304 homes closed last month in Gilbert. Average was 618,000, 99% to list. Average days is 39. So I'm going to use those. So in our ad, let me move this over here. I'm going to put, what do we have? We had 309, 304. 304 homes sold in Gilbert in the last 30 days. Okay, I'm just going to create the ads. We're going to make it pretty here in a minute. Average sold price was 618,851. Average sold price was 618. Was it 91? No, 851. 851. Okay, what else we got? I'm gonna leave that out real quick. So 39 is the average days on market. 39 days on market. Something like that. Let's see if there's anything else we want to include. Maybe 99%. 99% list to sold price. Something like that. All right, and then we're gonna go through and I'm gonna make this pretty. So I'm gonna come in here and see the call to actions batch. Let me pick this out so it can, it's gonna say that. So it can update over here on the right. And I'm gonna come in here and make it pretty, right? So we're gonna do some emojis to break it up, okay? You wanna make sure it's digestible. There we go, now it's updating, right? Up here, it just looks like a bunch of blob, okay? You wanna go line by line. You wanna make it digestible for the user to be able to see. So, for instance, 304 homes, maybe we'll just do that for the house. It never pays. It never pays where it should. All right. Average sold. So this is money, right? Maybe money back. See, it always posts down there. So I'm going to paste that in there. All right. 39 days, average days on market. Maybe this one. Let's get creative. Let's put a calendar. Did I pass it? Here we go. Somewhere down here. Okay. Calendar. List of sold price. That's probably a money thing again, but let's come into here. Is there a percentage in the digital section? Let's see. So maybe instead, maybe we do graph. Okay, so we're going to paste that in there. Now, because it's going to be on the mobile, you see how you can preview this a little bit and it shows it on 2 lines. I'm just weird when it comes to branding, so I want that all to be on a line. So 304 homes sold in Gilbert. I'm just going to go last 30 days. Okay, so then that's going to refresh. Was it average list? At least I just saw yours. Let me see. Closed. It was average list. So 609,922. Thank you for catching that. 609,922. Perfect. All right, so we broke it up. It's a lot more digestible. We can read it. Somebody's going to scroll and see this, right? They're going to know because it's specific to them. It's super local, right? You just don't want to put in here, you know, curious about your home value, right? You don't just want to put that in there. You want to make it as local as possible. You're adding value to them. They love, consumers love data, right? They want to know what's happening. Homeowners that are in that specific area is going to stop the scroll and see exactly what is happening there. And even so, since I'm going to target the city of Gilbert, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make Gilbert all caps. Okay, so now we have that. So now we're talking about how many homes have sold in the last 30 days, the average sold price, average days on market, and the list of sold price, right? And you can add it, doesn't have to be that. You can add in whatever data points you want. Wherever you get your data from, whatever data points you want to add in, okay? We have this nice graphic. It stands out. It's different. Curious is big. We're humans, curious, right? So you can add more media. Remember, you can add up to 5. between static images or video. Okay, I usually always talk about video, but I'm going to just calm down on video today, and we're going to make it simple. Okay, so I'm going to keep scrolling down here. Remember, on the left-hand side, this is everything that we can edit. Right-hand side is where we're going to see the preview. So if I scroll down, notice here, right, we need a website address and we need our headline. So I've used HomeBot before in trainings. I love HomeBot. If your website has its own property valuation tool or software on it, use that. Whatever your favorite instant property valuation tool is, you can use it. I love HomeBot, has a huge engagement rate. The platform is very intuitive, easy to navigate. Consumers love it. They have over a 50% engagement rate. It's awesome. It is a lender-sponsored tool. I wish it was Title. It's a lender-sponsored tool. So reach out to your lender if you haven't. They can sponsor it. And I think the first 25 contacts is free. And then above that, you have to pay like 25 bucks a month or something. But it's a lender-sponsored tool, so reach out to them. Once you are logged in, I'm going to click Share. And then I'm going to go down, and you have a homeowner leads capture page, a buyer lead capture page even. So if you're looking for buyers and they want to look at a specific area, okay, so if I typed in Gilbert, Arizona, it's going to preview a little bit, okay? It gives them stats on the area, okay? What are the home prices? What are the details of change? All that kind of stuff, right? So it even works for buyers as well. And then you can have a property search lead magnet there, but we're going to focus on homeowner leads. This is what it looks like. Very simple. They enter in their address. It's all branded to you as an agent, all that good stuff. So I'm going to copy this link. And I'm going to paste that in here first. We're going to get to the headline in a second. I just wanted to update that URL so it will fully preview over here. Button label, right? For this one, I'd probably say learn more. You know, if you're putting a video on here, you're probably going to do watch more or anything like that, right? So I'm going to do learn more. Now notice the website updated. There's that link. So again, if your website, your personal website, your real estate website has a property valuation tool on it, you definitely can leverage that as well, okay? And then compare or see your home equity, maybe something like that. That gets updated down here. So your home equity, right? Now it does give you a preview of what HomeBot is, which is okay, that's all right. But you can change whatever you want in here. So see your home equities, get your property value. Whatever you want to put there, you're limited to 25 characters. So, you know, just be conscious of that. And then of course the learn more button there. So you can see here, we have the preview. We went in and added our ad copy. Okay, that's the text part. Make it pretty, make it digestible. Anything you guys post or advertise, even if it's an organic post, you're not necessarily paying. It's not digital advertising, right? You want to make sure it's digestible. Don't just paste in a property description when you have a new listing. It is difficult to read. Break it up for people to be able to read. Easy lines, right? And data is a huge part of what we look for as consumers. A great graphic there. I've given you tons of templates. Obviously, you're going to go in and customize it, put in your real brokerage, all that information. It's fully editable, or pay Fiverr to create one for you, or you know, you can create your own. All right. And then of course, down here, your call to action. Where are you going to lead them to? Your headline, your button, and where is that going to land? So when they click learn more, it's going to take them to this page or whatever link that you actually put in there. All right. No worries, Dana. I'll make sure that you get this as well. All right, so we're going to keep scrolling down. Advantage and creative, right? So you're going to leave that check. That's automatically checked. It's leave it checked. That's all I'm going to say. Leave it checked. It's a good thing. The one thing that we have to also check is special ad category. Special ad category, okay? Because we're in housing. And this is what, if I didn't check this, I could target specifically based on income, area, like I could get very, very specific. Familiar stat, like educate, like everything. You can go in and do it, but we have to abide by rules and all that good stuff. So we are part of housing. You see that there. We have to check this. Gives us different options. Okay, I've run ads through here before, so it already knows housing, but we have to check that box. All right. Now, if I scroll down, this is just special ad card. We have to select that. If you do not select that and you try to run the ad, I guarantee you it will be denied. It will be denied. So just make sure you check that. Audience, this is where you're going to go to a specific area. Yes, let me paste in. Somebody asked for the link for this again. Let me paste the template link for these ads so you guys can have that. Template link, copy, paste. All right, there's a link to all these templates in there. Again, you guys can click that. That way it pushes it into your free Canva account. Now, audience, remember this one's specific for Gilbert. Specifically for Gilbert. Maybe you're in Prescott. Maybe you're targeting buyers. They're selling in California and they're moving to Arizona. So maybe you want to target California or a certain area of California or Washington or Illinois or Texas, Florida, New York, right? All those places, Colorado, are moving here. Maybe it's a specific one for a feeder market, okay? But you want to make sure that you are highlighting that. So for this ad in particular, we're targeting Gilbert. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down. We have our audience. I'm going to come in here with the little pencil. Age, right? Can't change it, okay, because we selected housing. But I'm going to come in here. It automatically selects United States. I'm going to close out of that. I'm going to come in here and click Gilbert. Probably have millions. Notice this, 25. It defaults at 25. The lowest you can go, yep, I was right, 15. 15 miles. So I'm going to zoom in, which is still a lot, right? Mesa is going to get this. Tempe is going to get this. Chandler, that's okay. What's the worst that's going to happen? A homeowner in Mesa is going to fill out your property valuation. A homeowner in Tempe is going to fill it out, right? It's not a bad thing. Okay, we just want to make sure that Gilbert gets it. All right, so 15 is the lowest that you'll be able to go. Notice here, right? Zip code selection is unavailable. All right, so from there, we got our location selected. Our potential size is 1.4 to 1.6 million, quite large. Okay, so there's our audience. It's based on geographic location. Now we're down to duration and the money part. So we see our estimated results over here. So based on $5 a day for 7 days, okay, so that's $35, our reach is going to be 516 to 1.5, right? To about 1,500, 516 to 1,500. Link clicks, 12 to 42, all right? So as we adjust this, maybe we go longer days. Whoops, maybe we'll go longer days. Okay, or we increase our price, that's where we can see an adjustment. So maybe I do $20 a day. Okay, remember, digital farming. Digital farming. We're so willing to do traditional farming, yet we don't want to touch digital farming. Okay, I posted something on my Instagram a couple days ago that Gary Vee had posted, and humans are so resistant to change and new things, and I get it. And, you know, we were resistant towards the internet. When that was first happening, we're like, oh, right, Y2K, we're all using the internet, okay? We're resistant to the smartphone. We're all using the smartphone. And he posted specifically because it talks about AI, artificial intelligence, ChatGPT. We're all resistant to it, right? Initially. And then it becomes such a huge part of our life, part of our business, that we have to be able to adapt. So think of this as digital farming. As you change your budget, whatever that budget is, right? That's something that you have to sit down and figure out. Know that that's going to change your results, your daily results. So if I stuck to the 5, I can expect somewhere around this range. Whoops. Okay. I probably wouldn't go less than 5. I'll be honest. Okay. I'd probably default it at 5. You know, start there and see how you do. All right. So then from here, I'm going to scroll down. Facebook Messenger, right? Placements. It defaults to Facebook is automatically checked. Okay. I had an agent call me one time and said, hey, I don't know why I can't check this. It's because you're on Facebook. Okay. So it defaults. Facebook has to be at least the 1. Now you can uncheck Instagram. If you don't want it to advertise on Instagram, you can unselect that, or Messenger. I would leave these three. You're good to go, okay? I would not change those. I'd leave those on there. Website pixel. A pixel is basically a code, a short code that you paste on your website. So what happens is you paste this code on your website. It's a little bit more technical, but on the back end, you paste that code on your website. Anytime somebody goes to your website and visits it, and then they go to their Instagram or Facebook account and they start scrolling and they see your ad, that's called retargeting. Okay. Have you ever gone to Target, Nike, any website, you were looking at a specific shoe or specific item, and then you went to your social media and that exact item is right there, right? And you're like, oh, they're listening, because they are. That's called a pixel. So that is that's retargeting, basically, right? So you got the pixel, you go to visit there, and then they're going to target to you more, because the goal is to be in front of you so much that you end up saying yes, right? That's brand awareness. That's getting you through that funnel. So if you want to do that, I'll do a separate class on pixel because it's a little bit more complicated and everyone has different websites on there. But you will want to install that if you want to retarget. All right, and then payment method, of course, you're just going to add your payment method for this charge to go through. Let me check the chat box here real quick. Any questions so far? It's been good questions so far. Let's see. Any knowledge on how long is ideal? I would do a minimum of 7 days, minimum of 7 days to really see, because you're going to be able to see demographics. Now, we can't target demographics, but lo and behold, Facebook will share demographics with us. So we're going to know, is this ad working? If it doesn't get any traffic, you're not getting any links or conversion or anything like that, let's look at the copy. Maybe the copy is not good enough, right? Maybe we need to change the copy, something in there. But I would say you need to give it 7 days to really get in the algorithm and understand who that audience is and if it's working. Jen asked, do you think running the ad longer or shorter is better? I wouldn't necessarily go shorter than 7 days. And I definitely wouldn't suggest just running it and not looking at your results, right? So I would put on your calendar, or I would put in your plan, your business plan, your marketing plan, that at 7 days, I'm going to come in here and take a look at this, take a look at the demographics, take a look at how many link clicks I got, how many conversions did I get into my home bot, right? I'd look at all those things and see if I need to adjust. Do I need to adjust how many, payment? Do I need to adjust to get more? Do I need to pay more, right? Do I need to adjust the copy, the image? Do I want to swap it out? Do I want to try to change something in, right? 7 days is a good time frame. Is it advantageous to check the pixel when we are clueless about it? No, you can't. So even if you have to install the pixel on your site for it to even work. Okay, see how it says not active? So if I check, it won't be approved. It won't go through. So don't even worry about the pixel right now. I'll do a follow-up class on the pixel, and show you kind of a general way of how to install it and all that good stuff. But for now, I would probably just uncheck it unless you have experience in actually having the pixel on your site. And depending on what site you use, I can always help you. You can always email me and I can kind of help you with that installation process. But I will do a separate training on that as well. But Jen, Lisa, to your point, I would untoggle this, right? I would turn it off. Good questions. Damien asks, how many do you need to start retargeting properly? In terms of clicks, in terms of days, like, what do you mean by that, Damien? How many do you need to start retargeting properly? How big of an audience? Got you. So it depends on how your audience is set up. Now, if you're driving traffic to your site, I would probably include it on there, and it doesn't necessarily have to be as big, right? It can start retargeting in these parameters, the amount of reach you're getting. But these links, right? You're getting 12 to 42 links to that site. So if we're going to use the pixel, I definitely would not use the pixel driving it to HomeBot, right? I would use the pixel driving it to my actual real estate website. And then it can start retargeting after this. As soon as a person clicks and goes to the website and visits your website, it will start retargeting that person. Okay. Doesn't necessarily have to be a certain amount. Now, in these, you can also upload emails and target specific emails as one strategy. Now, the kick to that is in Facebook rules, they had to opt in to your email list. Okay. So going to your favorite title company, ROC Title, and getting a farm list with email addresses and then uploading that email address technically is against Facebook rules. They had to have opted in. So if you have a newsletter or past clients or anything like that, and you want to target them, you can absolutely upload an email list as well. Just know it's against Facebook rules, and it could impact you or delete your business page if you are found that you actually did not have permission to target those specific email addresses. Good questions. All right, quick overview. Let's go back up. So we've gone through, we've changed our goals. So for website visitors, we're going to leave this off. Okay. Ad creative. This is all of our copy, right? In our preview, we have our media. We've done our call to action with the website. We have to select special ad category. Your geographic audience, okay, I'm going to start saying that geographic audience because we can't really target on anything else in real estate. Geographic audience, duration, okay. What placements you want it on. You can always unselect these if you wanted to, but Instagram's, I think, would be beneficial. Messenger, not as bad, but it doesn't hurt, right? You can always come in here and do those. If you wanted to get a little bit more reach, you can uncheck that. And it would push more reach to just general Facebook and Instagram. Pixel, you're going to leave off until you understand how Pixel works and retargeting and all that good stuff. And then your payment method. All of our estimated results on the right-hand side. Our copies or our ad is up here, the preview. If you want to see all previews, you can select see all previews underneath that. And it's going to show you desktop right column. It's going to show you the desktop feed as soon as it updates here. You're going to see what it looks like in a mobile. In-stream video for desktop, in-stream video for mobile, right? All those good stuff. You can see all the different previews there or variations. Also for Instagram, the Explore feed, what does that look like? The web feed, right? Some of these may not show correctly in a preview, or just Instagram in general. So when you're scrolling Instagram, you see those sponsored ads. What does that look like? Okay, so maybe you have to go in and change some things if you wanted to. And of course, you can see what it would look like in Messenger and all that good stuff. But you can always see all the previews. All right, if everything is good to go, you're happy with everything, it's good to go. You want to make sure everything is accurate. You want to make sure it's good. Once you promote this and it gets approved, you cannot go in and edit. You just have to pause the ad and go create a new one. Okay, so you want to make sure everything is good to go. Once everything is good to go, you're going to scroll down. I'm going to move all these different screens, right? You're going to select promote now, submitting your ad. I got to remember to turn this off. Last time I did not turn it off and it started running, and that was fun. All right, so your ad is being created, meaning that it's going to take up to 24 hours to get approved. They're going to make sure everything is good. They actually have a team that goes through and does all this. There's a lot of automation, but with ads in housing, they go through and double check. Okay, so up to 24 hours to approve. Once you start running ads and you don't have any violations or anything like that, they will get approved much quicker. So once you start running these ads and Facebook trusts you, and you don't have any, breaking any rules or anything like that, it'll get approved much quicker, but up to 24 hours. It tells you your summary there, okay? And then you're good to go. You will get an email and alert when it does get approved. Good question, Jocelyn. Hashtags do not work in ads. Hashtags do not work in ads. Hashtags are to search and discover. Okay, hashtags are to search and discover. In an ad, we are forcing the we're forcing it in front of the user, right? So you don't have it. You can't search for an ad necessarily. Now, in a post, if we're just talking an organic post, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or anything like that, the days of using the 30 plus hashtags that they give you are over. 5 to 7, 10 maybe you can use, okay? I would go 50% micro hashtags, 50% macro hashtags. Micro meaning local to your market. Hashtag Las Vegas real estate. Hashtag Las Vegas realtor. Hashtag Henderson. Hashtag Summerlin real estate. Anything like that, right? Macro meaning real estate, right? It's more of a global, okay? Micro, of course, we want to find people. We're looking for consumer. We want to work with people. We're looking for leads. Macro is we're increasing our engagement, right? We need people to like our post, to comment, to engage with it, all that good stuff. Macro will do that. Micro is going to put us in front of those who are we're most likely to work with. What do you mean by input search button? What do you mean by that? Let me see if I can go and edit this real quick so I can take it back. Yeah, it's not approved. Do you mean like here in the headline? Any hashtags in an ad are not going to be effective. Now, if you want to add a hashtag in there for your branding, maybe you're well known for your hashtag, right? You can certainly add it in the ad copy, but just know it's not going to be discoverable. It's not going to be searchable. Hashtags and ads are not searchable. Correct, Lisa. Yeah, if you guys are going to choose a feeder market, remember your target market, that's the location you're going to choose. So if I was going to choose a place in California or Chicago, Illinois, or anything like that, that's what I would choose in my geographic audience. Correct. Yeah, I just used the Gilbert example for today. But yes, whoever you're targeting, that's the geographic location that you want to choose. Jerome asked, can we get and use a target farm from title, either name or phone number? You can do email addresses, but you have to have permission, right? They had to have opted in for that. But yeah, you can certainly work with the title company. We ROC Title, we have access to emails and phone numbers. We can hook you guys up with all that stuff. But just know that it's against Facebook rules to actually use lists that did not actually opt in. Okay. The best wording, Jocelyn, the best wording. So this ad creative up here, I would break it down like this. If it's going to be things about the market, that specific area, I would talk a lot about data points, You know, if it's for a home, if you're promoting a new listing, and I break it down the same way like this. You know, for the house, I put in the address maybe with a little pin icon. There's a bed emoji, how many bedrooms there are, how many bathrooms there are, how many square feet there are, anything like that. I would break it down like that. For buyers looking to a specific area, I would break down bullet points. Why is Phoenix, why is Las Vegas a great place to invest in real estate? I would, just like this, 4 lines. What are the 4 reasons? What are the 5 reasons? What are the 10 reasons? Whatever that may be. It's Vegas. What are 11, right? 7 or 11, your lucky numbers. What are those reasons? You can add those in there as well. But I would make it very digestible. Bullet points. Did that help, Jocelyn?
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute you. Let's see. Any other questions, guys? The biggest thing with the ad copy is I've seen so many, you know, less can be more, but make it digestible. Even if you put in 11 reasons and you just have a bullet point on each of those in the 11, right? It's longer. They're gonna have to click a little link that says see more or read more. Okay, that's okay. Just make it digestible. Put yourself in their shoes. If you're scrolling and you see this and you end up stopping, are you actually going to read it, or is it just a big blob of text together? Right? Make it digestible. Make it as local as possible. If you're talking about 11 reasons why you should move to Las Vegas, I'm probably going to have a map of Las Vegas on here because I want to make it as local as possible. I want them to stop. Right? You got to stop the scroll. Good questions, guys. Well, stay helpful. I want to just talk a little bit more. I always get asked about Facebook ads, so I just wanted to go through it again with everyone. Any questions on Facebook advertising, creating the ad, branding, marketing in general? Everyone's overwhelmed once again. I have to somehow hand out ibuprofen to you guys. Awesome. Of course, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to your ROC Title sales executive. We are more than happy to help you. And please consider writing us in your next deal. From that, are you okay to email people directly from the list from title? Yeah, if you get emails, right? So you have a farm list, and then we go and we have a company that we can work with to get email addresses based on those properties. And then you put that in your CRM, and you can absolutely reach out to them that way as well. Just know that I just like to bring it up because there's, the last thing I want you guys to do is get banned or have your page deleted from Facebook. Cool, guys. Don't forget, you can always go to rocuniversity.com. Check out our next week. We're talking about Instagram ads. Okay, so I'll break down. That's going to be a lot more. I'll do a walkthrough on my phone. It's actually a lot easier, in my opinion. Instagram is awesome. It's very visual. It's a very visual platform. So we'll go through that. And you can always register for the training with Kristen Bushnell as well through database. We have all those assets in VIP ROC University. Hopefully you downloaded these or through the link that I put in the chat box. If you guys have any questions, please let us know. We are happy to help. And we appreciate you guys so much. So it's Thursday. I hope everyone has an awesome rest of your week, an awesome weekend. Hopefully we see you in escrow very soon. So take care, everyone.